everyone. Welcome to the Easton Film Festival Presents. My name is Craig Whitford. I am your host. Tonight I have a special guest, Andrew Lynch, Easton filmmaker and recent 2003 graduate of Oliver Ames High School. Off to Boston College in the fall. Mm-hmm. Welcome. Hello. Okay. We're going to screen one of Andrew's films. More about that later. I want to bring you up to date a little bit on where the Easton Film Festival stands at the moment. We've had been sort of on summer hiatus as far as the cable show goes, at least, for about a month or so. But we did, in this year's competition, we received 28 films for consideration by our jurors. We screened all of the films in their entirety on a Saturday in May at Oliver Ames High School, which gave the community an opportunity to see every film that was presented. And that was an all-day event. Had a great turnout. All the films got to be screened and seen. We then had our final event of this season, which is the Easton really, in this case, it would be the second annual Easton Film Festival Awards. We call them the Effies, and that's Easton's version of the Oscars. And that was on Saturday, June 14th. And we had, Andrew was winner in the Best Editing category. And we're going to screen that film this evening. We had a great turnout for the awards. And that was held at the Martin Institute at Stonehill College. And we screened the top 3 films that evening. And through the course of the television season, if you will, we will be screening all of those films. We will screen Andrew's film and several other films that were presented in 2003. We'll be showing here on the cable show. And also interviewing as much as possible the filmmakers that were involved. So we're looking forward to that. As far as the cable show goes, we're going to do more interview programs this year. That's on the agenda. We're going to continue to review the films for the foreign film series. And rather than do 2 films each show, we've changed that to do one. Each cable show we will discuss one film that will be upcoming on the foreign film series. Also, we will continue to talk about contemporary film, and we welcome any ideas that you can give us for this cable show. We'd be glad to explore any possibility that you might have. As far as the foreign film series goes, that will be commencing. We're going to go back to, after the great success we had last year of all the fine foreign films we showed, that will commence on Friday, September 5th. Again, the venue is Andrew's Bakery, and we will be showing films again every other Friday night, basically from September probably through June. We don't have all, we have another slate of fine foreign films under discussion and consideration. Several of them have been chosen. I can tell you the first 3 films that we're going to show are, the first one is Run, Lola, Run, which I think is, have you seen that, Andrew?
No, I have not.
Okay, it's a German, I believe it's a German film. It's a great piece of work, and that'll be the first one that we show. Then we have 2 French films following that. One is The Closet, and the second one is Amelie. Again, these are 3 fine films. And I can give you an idea of some of the other films that will be coming up. And I don't know what order they'll be in, but Jules and Jim, To Live, Ran the Bicycle Thief, Breathless, Monsoon Wedding, Wild Strawberries, Battleship Potemkin, Little Voice, and more. One other thing coming up that I'd like you to know about is that we are presenting on September 28th. This is a fundraiser for the Easton Film Festival, and we have Mr. Jerry Wright, who is an actor, playwright, producer, and he has a one-man show called Frederick Law Olmsted, Passages in the Life of an Unpractical Man. And we're presenting that Sunday, September 28th at 4 p.m. That's at Oaks Ames Memorial Hall. More on that later. I know that you can get tickets, I believe. One by writing Bill Ames at Post Office Box 360, Northeastern Mass. Phone number there is 508-297-1700. And also, if you go to eastonfilmfestival.com, you can get more information on that. And we'll have more information on the show here as time goes on, and also look in the Easton Journal for update on that. I want to talk to Andrew about his film. Andrew's film is called The Broken Bridge. Mm-hmm. And it was, well, first of all, congratulations on graduating.
Thank you.
And acceptance to Boston College.
Thank you.
And I know that you're undeclared major at this point, leaning to medicine, not filmmaking?
Medicine, I think,
okay.
at this point.
All right. Broken Bridge, you won for Best Editing. The screenplay, you are the filmmaker, and the screenplay was by your fellow students Hugh Harlow, Andrew Kafka.
Mm-hmm.
And this was part of, you did this as a school assignment?
Yes, for Edmund Hans for philosophy.
Okay, so this was for Mr. Hand's philosophy class.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get, what was your grade?
I did pretty well.
Okay, all right. I would think so. This is a great film. You know, I know you've had a little bit of experience. You said you did some 3 or 4 films previously?
Yeah, for other school-related projects for the most part, for language classes or history classes. I figured it was more fun than doing a typical poster board or, report. And
this was your most challenging project?
This one this far?
Yeah.
Yes, I'd say so. A lot of time.
Without revealing too much, I mean, I'm going to call it, it's a crime caper.
Mm-hmm.
And ultimate story of betrayal.
Yes.
Acting is pretty good. You have a great screen presence yourself.
Thank you.
Locations are interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, the editing, I mean, you did, a really fantastic job, and obviously you got the award for it. Do you have any, can you tell us about the equipment you used? And
Sure. I actually usually have used Windows Movie Maker or even Adobe Premiere.
Mm-hmm.
However, I, of course, had some computer problems 3 weeks before I was supposed to start editing. So I had to actually use, Ed Hands was nice enough to let me come after school
mm-hmm.
and use his PowerBook and use Apple's iMovie, which I'd never used before, but it's pretty intuitive, and that's basically all that I used.
And prior to that, in your other editing projects, you went, I guess, what would be the old-fashioned way with the...
Exactly. I would
Yeah.
have the camcorder hooked up to a VCR, hitting record and pause, and very old-fashioned way. Still worked, but...
Okay. Yeah, I think, and I don't want to give away too much, but a lot of the, the break-in was interesting, and your cuts when we're in the building and the elevator scenes and the door opens, and then you cut to the floor, you cut to the reaction shot,
Mm-hmm.
and when the briefcase, I feel like I'm giving away too much now, but when they open the briefcase and the looking in, and then you get the perspective of, the reaction, the briefcase perspective, I guess you would say.
Mm-hmm.
So nice, crisp cuts, and it's just a fascinating piece of work.
Thank you.
So maybe if we can get to it, we can run Andrew Lynch's film, Broken Bridge.
find us in here.
I guess I'll run. What the hell was that? It's perfect. How the cops get involved?
Did you wipe up prints?
Yes.
Hugh, did you get the tapes?
Yeah, we're okay now.
Now? What do you mean now? Did you forget something?
No, we're all set.
When? What, did you like drop them on the way over here or something, Hugh?
Yes.
Where? Why? Why would you ever do something stupid
told me
like
to.
No, I didn't! Where is it now?
It's over in the lake, over there. I threw it in the water over the bridge. There's no way the tapes will ever be good again. I did my job.
No, you didn't. You have no proof. I don't believe you. Neither does Lynch.
Wait. Let's think about this. You know, it kind of does only start to make sense now that the police catch up with us like, what, days later? After we commit the crime?
I threw it in the lake, I swear.
Wait. Why would he want to frame us? None of us are exonerated right now. For all we know, it really could have been you, Kafka.
Yeah. Did you cut the wires? Did you block all the doors? Did you do all of your job? It's based on trust. How do we know you didn't do it? Stop accusing me.
Don't start with me. Don't test me. God, our plan was perfect. I didn't do anything wrong. Somebody here screwed up.
I didn't do anything wrong. Stop pointing at me. How did me and Lynch know you didn't do everything? Didn't dust all the fingerprints off. Maybe you forgot one and that's why we got caught. How do we know that's not what happened?
Okay, Hugh. I mean, maybe I'm not absolutely guilt-free here, but I'm still pretty sure I did my job.
You saying I didn't do my job?
Hey! Don't touch him! How do we know you didn't do your job?
I'm on the tapes right now. They're over there.
How can we trust you, huh?
I'll go get them.
Oh, wait. You might go try and turn us in right now.
Hey, trust me. Don't touch me. Ah!
No, what are you doing?
Ah!
That's the security camera. Go get the tapes.
All right.
Lynch, go get the briefcase.
All right.
I'll get the alarm. Meet back here when we're done.
What are you doing here?
I'm just double checking the cameras and the motion sensors. It's okay.
You sure?
I'm fine. I got it. Don't worry. Meet you downstairs.
All right.
Trust me.
Kafka, I'm all set.
All right, meet back downstairs. I'll be down there in a minute.
All right.
You all set? Yeah, you? We're good. Where's Kathy?
I don't know. Kafka.
Right here, guys. You guys ready?
I'm ready. Take care of the alarm.
I did it. Let's move up.
Can't get the blood off my hands.
Came off easy for me.
What are you doing here?
He framed Hugh. Oh God, what have I done?
I know he did it. You helped me, he split the money 2 ways instead of 3. You turned us in, I know. Just help me.
Oh God.
I see you survived the decapitation.
Barely.
Yeah. Very interesting piece of work, and I know we don't have a lot of time to talk about it, but hopefully I can get you back here and we can analyze this a little further. But let me ask you, what was the most challenging, let's start that way, what was the most challenging aspect of the film, from the filmmaker's point of view?
Let's see, probably getting all the ideas that were in my head to actually show up on screen.
Did you storyboard it?
We actually did, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it helped out quite a bit. And of course the second hardest part would be the editing, so that it actually seamlessly worked together and would make sense to the audience as well as it did to myself.
Seamless is a nice word there, and you captured that in the editing, and you build the suspense beautifully. At the end, that's a very nice use of audio as we come to the crescendo, kind of, and then the final piece of music that you use at the end is also, you know, very apropos.
Thank you.
Locations, tell us where we, I mean, I have an idea, but tell us what we saw there in Easton.
Of course. The outdoor shots were actually shot at the cellar at Sheep Pasture inside, and it provided great lighting.
The initial shot, the cave, if you will, okay.
Exactly, and the poor Hugh getting tossed into the water was shot at the bridge, which is probably about 1/10 of a mile down the road from that cellar, also at Sheep Pasture. The indoor shots, the breaking in scene, were shot at a undisclosed building in the industrial park after hours, but of course legally, and that's basically about it. 2 locations for the most part.
Well, the building worked really well. The interior scenes, the lighting in there, the contrast. Again, that seamless editing that you use, walking in and out of doors, up the stairs. Did you use tripod, dolly, or in any of this, or you?
Well, it was planned, of course, to bring a tripod, but we actually ended up forgetting the tripod, and we actually managed to work it in a way that all the angles, sometimes there's only 2 characters in one shot.
Right.
And it was, obviously you have to go back and take a look in a more detailed way at the film, but they were mostly stationary points. For some of the moving shots, we improvised and used a 2-wheeler, having someone drag someone while they were laying down, you know, at a 45-degree angle. And that's about it.
That worked well?
For the most part, not as, you know, steady as I would have liked, but it's not Hollywood.
Also, near the final scene with the dragging of the body, whose feet did we see there? Does that actor get acknowledged?
Yeah, that's Hugh Harlow.
Okay.
So the soul got tossed into the water. He's a good sport.
He was a soldier on that one, for sure. The flashback aspect of it works very well. The blood on the hands, the building of the suspense. You really encapsulated a lot in a relatively short period of time, and you know, you told the story that you know, one could follow, make sense, analyze, interpret.
3 minutes, Craig.
That 3 or 1?
3.
3, okay. Did you, again, I got to ask you for the inspiration. It's a very dark story.
It is. I don't know, I guess I'm an avid film watcher, not a huge watcher, but a lot of films, you know, Stanley Kubrick, even Tarantino, David Fincher, stuff like that.
So those are your guys, huh? Yeah.
A lot more, but yeah, in a nutshell for the most part.
Do you have a favorite filmmaker?
To be honest with you, I really couldn't pinpoint it on
But
one
you're
person.
kind of in that Tarantino and
yeah, a lot
Kubrick,
of really unorthodox methods of filmmaking.
Yeah.
Makes it much more interesting, in my opinion.
No, I think you did a lot with what you had, and the editing. Obviously, you got the Jurors Award, so it kind of it speaks for itself. Are you anticipating? BC doesn't have a film major, huh?
Unfortunately, not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're going to continue it as an avocation?
Sure, of course, I'd like to.
Okay. There's a lot about this film I think that we could dissect, you know, and I would like to maybe bring you back.
Of course.
Maybe on one of the breaks
I'd love
from
to.
BC, because I know you're going to have a very full schedule. But this is absolutely a wonderful film, and thank you for coming on.
It's no problem whatsoever.
I did want to mention that the award show that was June 14th on the Effie Awards. I did mention we are currently screening that here in the Easton Film Festival cable show. And that can be seen, I guess, through the month of August at 7 p.m. on Tuesdays. The schedule for the cable show will continue on Monday and Tuesday nights throughout the year at 7 p.m. And we will try to vary. Last year we tended to show the same show on Monday and Tuesday, and this year we're going to try to give you different programming both nights and continue to have Eastern filmmakers and fine guests like Andrew Lynch joining us. So please look forward to that. Please join us. And also please come and see us at the Foreign Film Series beginning again on September 5th at Andrew's Bakery. And also the Frederick Law Olmsted one-man play.
30 seconds, Craig.
Okay, on September 28th. So, Andrew, again, thank you.
Thank you.
Been a great guest, great film, great piece of work.
Thank you.
For the Easton Film Festival Presents, I'm Craig Whitford.